In this video, we are going to be applying for the TEF grant together. The first thing is to go to tefconnect.net and apply. So you click apply now and it takes you here to sign up. Because you have not signed up before, you cannot log in. So first thing to do is to sign up. And by that, you enter your first name. Remember, the name you are going to use to apply must tally with the name that you bear in your bank, your BVN. So you put in your first name. If you have middle name, include it. Your last name is your surname, your email address. Then you create a password and you click sign up. The password does not have to be your email password. It can be a totally new one. So you can save your password so that you don't have to start remembering again. You can save it on your clipboard. Then you come back to log in now that you have signed up. So you enter your email address and the password that you have created. Then it will redirect you to your email to go and click a verification link there. So when you go to your email, it brings you back to TEF Connect and you see, dear applicant, your welcome information and everything. So where you go is that top up there, that applications up. You click it, and then because I've already started this application process here, the one you should click is 2023 TEF flagship program. But because I've started, I will click in progress. That is what I'm going to click. So now it takes you to your applicant's idea and experience. Remember, I said that before you type in anything here, make sure that you have a jotter. Write down your business idea and try to answer some questions like, what are you trying to solve? What problem? Your target market. How do you want to solve it? How do you want to make money? All those things. When you are done, you can now come and type here in not less than 50 words and no more than 1,000 words. So when you type in, you will now go to the next thing, which is, which of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals does your business or your idea support? You have to choose the top three, but even if you choose just one, they won't penalize you. So you have several options. Just click on that rectangular box there. It will bring out all the options for you to choose from. So you see, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy. So there are several options that you can choose from. Just choose the one that actually your business or your business idea describes best. Do you get? So you can just choose one or you choose three as the case may be. Then the next one for me now, sustainable cities and kiniko kiniko. I chose because I look forward to producing organic livestock. I chose, what did I choose? Okay, I'm going to show you what I chose now. I chose responsible consumption and production. So the next thing is for you to answer, does your business address green economic unicorn? No. So if yes, you need to explain further inside that required box. Now your business name, if available. If you don't have a running business yet, please don't say that you have a business name. If you don't have a CAC certificate yet, don't say you have a business. Just put in that business is at the idea stage, no business name yet. But if you have your CAC that is less than 5 years, you can put the name there. And if that is where you want to pitch your idea, it's perfect. So now you have to choose the sector where your business idea or your existing business fits in. And you have several options: ICT, manufacturing, oil and gas, telecommunication, professional services, waste management, event planning, several. Just choose the one that applies to you. Do you get? Then you now have subsector in your business now. Because I chose agriculture, now it's telling me to choose a subsector. I prefer to choose livestock farming because of the idea that I want to submit. Do you get? So I chose a subsector. In which country is your business located? Because I'm in Nigeria, I chose Nigeria. And in which state? I chose my state. Don't go and choose another state when you are not in that state. So which city? Just choose the closest city to you. If you don't have a running business already, you can put your residential business address as your business address. You get? So just put in your residential address. business websites if available. If you don't have, just state that you don't have, or you just leave it blank. Don't lie, because if you lie, it will catch up with you in the future. Local government area of business. My sisters, my brothers, don't plagiarize. Just choose it as it applies to you. Your business stage, if it's at the idea stage, click idea. If it is infancy, just follow suit. If your idea is more than 5 years, probability of getting this grant is slim. Do you get? So if your business is registered, please provide your company. Because it's not registered, I'm not providing. How many employees? Because it's just an idea, is zero. Do you have a partner? Because I'm running a sole proprietor, I'm not having a partner. So it's no. Do you have a business partner consent? No. Is business in rural area? I made an analysis and I saw that rural businesses are more funded than urban businesses. So anytime, any day, I will choose rural area. Yes. So you either continue or you save to continue later, depending on if you have time. If you now click the left upper corner, you will see the countdown. So you have 79 days, like that, 16 hours to the end of this application portal. Then we have successfully filled the first stage, which is getting to know you. The next stage we are going is to know thyself. So we are going to answer personality test and cognitive test. So this is the MCQ aspect that I earlier talked about. And you really need your full concentration at this stage. So if you're here to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe, because in my next video, we are going to be writing the test together. Now I have filled in my business idea because I don't want it to plagiarize. And now I can easily go ahead to continue. So I want to continue to the quiz stage. So it's saving and updating, saying that my work is 40% complete. My application is 40% complete, and it is automatically taking me to the quiz. Now I have the next two sections contain personality questions, financial and business acumen questions. You have just 45 minutes to complete the two sections. So they recommend that you look for a serene environment with strong internet connection, free of distraction and all that. Then you just have one attempt. So, and you cannot save to continue later. Once the test starts, you cannot save to continue later. You just have 45 minutes to answer. Otherwise, you will not be able to continue, and that means you won't be able to further your application. So you have to be really settled and prepared to take the quiz. So if you are here to subscribe, please do well to hit your subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you. So let's just continue and go straight to the questions and answers. Now, here is the personality test. This is just to assess your personality. First is I prefer routine over variety. For me, my personality, I don't like routine. I find it really tough doing the same thing over every day. So I disagreed, and you see that the time starts ticking. Number two says I can break the rule if necessary. Of course, I'm not a rigid kind of person. So once it is necessary, I can break the rules. I prefer to work in a non competitive environment. No, I like to be challenged. So, my personality, I like a competitive environment. So, I will disagree with this. When someone disappoints me, I easily forget about it. I think this is just to assess if you have the qualities of an entrepreneur. So you shouldn't be rigid. When someone disappoints me, I easily forget about it. I express myself, and that's the end. During meetings, I prefer to lead the discussions. Entrepreneur, do you want to lead all the time? You want to be the one talking all the time. You not give room to your superiors or your junior colleagues. You will not rub minds. No, I will not agree. I will not agree. I think I made a mistake there. The next question says, it is better to avoid conflict. In this life, you cannot completely avoid conflict because we call something constructive criticisms. So I will disagree. You cannot totally avoid conflict. Just know how to resolve conflict as an entrepreneur. I prefer planning ahead. Yes, so planning is very vital in our daily life. So I will strongly agree with this. People are generally honest. Hey, wait, Nibo. You cannot generalize. I disagree. People are not generally honest. People are not, especially in this country, people are not generally honest. I should have even picked strongly disagree, but I don't want to be too extreme. So let's move to the next question, which says, um, generally, okay, we're still there. Let's move to the next one now. That says, I would finish off existing tasks even if a new interesting task comes up. So I should be able to multitask now. So I can, quickly multitask, switch to the next one, then come back to the previous one later. So I disagree. Most people focus first on personal gain. I cannot say categorically because I've not conducted any research. So let me not generalize. I disagree. I don't assume before I meet people. You know what they are trying to deduce from all these questions? Your kind of person, your personality. So let's move on to the next question, which says, okay, we're still within the time frame, 42 minutes. I prefer to maintain formal relationships with people at work. Let work be work. Formal relationships. Yes, if it is a formal gathering, let's be formal. Let me just agree, or let me just pick neither agree nor disagree, because I can have my closest friend to be my colleague. So we can sometimes, relate informally. But then, I don't know. Maybe I should just choose agree. If it is formal and it's place of work, let's just leave it at that. Agree. I am usually indifferent to change. Indifferent to change. Yes, it doesn't meet me by surprise because I know that change is the only constant thing in this life. So I agree. I share credit with others even if I did most of the work. Yes, yes. I'm not the kind of person that is threatened by other people's success. If we succeed, it's win-win. It's a teamwork. So I believe so much in teamwork. I believe that it is best to keep one's work and private lives separate. I agree, because there would be conflict of interest if you don't separate work from pleasure. You get. So I agree. Next question. It is better to avoid conflict. Omo, you cannot completely avoid conflict in this life. As an entrepreneur, you should be ready for conflict resolution. So I disagree. There's no way an entrepreneur will avoid conflict in a business setting. Possible. Will it work? Next question says, I would rather say what I feel is right. Yes, so I am blunt. I will say what I feel is right. If you like, accept. If you like, just take it as you want it, as you want to take it. I've said my own, and that's fine now. I do not spend much time thinking about how others will react to situations. No, that is selfish. I disagree. I will consider how others will feel. I get bothered with colleagues who are too negative. Yes, so negative energy far from me. So agreed. I go with the group's decision even when I am sure that I am right. Yes, let them go and learn. Later, they will now come back to realize that I was wrong. I was right all along. So I'll just leave them because majority carries the vote. As long as I'm sure that I am right, I know that they are coming back. So I agree. I feel that my success is a result of my ability. Yeah, so my ability, but ability is not number one. Grace of God first, then comes my ability. So I disagree with this one, with this school of thought. I believe so much in the grace of God. If God gives me the strength, then I have the ability. You get. I usually see things for what they truly are. Yes, so let's not call black white. Let's just call a spade a spade. If you're hardworking, yes, I'll acknowledge that you're hardworking. So I agree. Next question says, it is okay not to achieve everything one aims for. I strongly agree. It's just life. You cannot have it all. Everything cannot keep working. There are some battles that you win. There are some battles that you come back to win later. So that is the end of our personal test. Personality test. Now let's move on to cognitive. We still have like 38 minutes. So what are the possible? This is the tougher aspect of the question and answers. What are the possible actions of business owners if his or her competitor is using a brand mark and a brand name that are similar to his business brand? Should he take competitor's action as a compliment? Should he market his brand as usual and just ignore? Should he assume the brand recognition will continue, or should he take legal action to protect his brand? I think he should do anything to protect your brand if it means you have to sue such competitor. So taking legal action, I feel that is the correct thing, action to take. And that's why I'm going to choose to take legal action to protect his brand. Mhm. Next is Ifeoluwa owns a health management company where she provides health plans for her customers. She notices that 5 of her 10 customers in 2022 did not renew in 2023. What should Ifeoluwa do? She should block them from ever signing up. Should she call or email them to find out why? Should she ignore the other 5 customers as they are? She should call. She should check back on them and get feedback. That is what an entrepreneur should do. Next question says you should treasure tough competitors because they help you stay on your toes. True, treasure them. I believe so. Next question says Mohammed's role in his organization is to handle complaints and provide appropriate solutions to their customers. Amina's role is to negotiate all contracts with prospective clients. Judith's role is to calculate volume of sales made. What is Amina's position in the organization? I don't know. I just feel the answer is between CEO and salesperson, but I'll go with salesperson. Just go with whatever you think is right. You can prove me wrong in the comment section. Next question. If Ibrahim loses 80, hey, now we are at the arithmetic aspect. And this is where you need your pen and your paper. Honestly, this question gave me a tough time. And at the end of the day, I still did not get any answer similar to what I have in the options. So I just did my mini, my guesswork. So, mathematicians in the house, you can help us solve this equation, this question of Ibrahim losing 80 Ghana cedis. It will take twice as much as his sister. Together, they now have 278 Ghana cedis. What is Ibrahim's present amount in cedis? I just chose anything randomly. I did not get any answer, but I think I chose 135. Mathematicians, you can bail us out. But of course, if I don't get this correctly, it's just a minority of the question. I still believe that I will perform excellently in other questions. So I just chose 135 randomly. Randomly. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I beg. This is taking too long. Can we move on to the next question, please? Okay, let me give you time to do the arithmetic and tell us the answer in the comment section. I'll be so glad. Tell us the answer and probably how you arrived at your answer in the comment section. Why is this thing dragging? Okay. I believe that I was busy punching my calculator at this point, and that's why it's taking like forever to answer this question. Okay, I might just cut this section out because it's taking forever. So I chose 135. Remember, it's just a guesswork. It's not, I don't know if it is correct or not. Next question says, when determining the particular services to provide to customers, businesses consider their dash and dash resources, unimportant and environmental resources. They don't sound correct. Human and unimportant resources, that unimportant does not sound like something I've ever heard before. Environmental and financial resources, environmental sounds odd. Financial and human resources, I believe these two sound very correctly to my ears. So that's why I'm going to go for financial resources and human resources. Next question. You are the CEO of a company and your chief marketing officer presents their budget to you. They want to spend $10,000 on marketing campaigns for 2023 and the company's total operating capital for the year is 9,000. What should you do? Borrow money from the bank to run you. CEO, how can you borrow money? Don't borrow money because you are just a startup. You are even in debt. You don't have enough money already. Give the marketing department the available. Just give them all the money you have for a campaign or before marketing. No. Ask the chief marketing officer to fit their budget into an acceptable amount This sounds right. So I'm going for this. Which of the following is not part of the price involved with making a vision into a reality? Time. Yes, you need to spend time to achieve your goals. You need money. Yes, you need effort. But aspiration, is it a price to pay? It doesn't sound correct to me. Aspiration is not a price to pay. I think it is inbuilt. Aspiration is just something that it's not a price per se. One of these is not a benefit of effective networking. If you network, you get referrals. Good, that is it. The more you present yourself to others, the more confident you will become in being proactive. Yes, I believe so. Learning from mistakes of others. It doesn't sound like anything, if I'm correct. You may come across people who could become customers or no. Yes. Next, you run a company in Lagos, Nigeria, and your company has been making losses for 3 years straight because your operating expenses are far higher than your revenue. What should you do? Do nothing. Your revenue eventually. So you cannot fold your arms, no? Hire a business coach, you that you don't have money, that you're at loss, you still hire and pay, no? Increase your profits, no? So that's just the answer, Sha. Next question. These questions are very lengthy. While watching TV, you see a public service announcement that claims the following. Last year, 250K individuals died in a car accident when they were not wearing their seat belts. This shows how dangerous it is to drive without your seat belt fastened. Be safe. Buckle up. Assuming the statistic is true, is the conclusion valid? Does wearing your seatbelt increase the likelihood that you will survive a car accident? I believe that it is not, because this information is not sufficient. How many states of the federation did they conduct this research? It wasn't provided. So I believe that this information is not sufficient. And based on this amount of people, we are over 200 million in Nigeria. So based on 250,000 individuals dying, we don't know how many states this research covered. So I just believe that this information is not sufficient. Next question. A person stopping to buy a bouquet of flowers from a street vendor is making a or an dash decision. Is it a major decision to buy a bouquet on the street? Mm-mm. An important decision? I don't think so. Urgent or routine? I just believe is an urgent decision, like impulse buying. Next one says the price of a coat in a certain store is $500. If the price of the coat is to be reduced by 20%, what will be the current price of the coat? 20% of 500 is 20 over 100 times 500, and that is 100. So if you reduce that 20%, that 100 for $500 to give you 400. Omo, emi gan mo math, so so the answer to this one is 400. I am 100%. In fact, I am 101% sure that I am right. So the answer is $400. That is the current price of the coat if you remove the discounts. So I did the mathematics and I am so proud of myself. So prove me wrong in the comment section. Next question says, what is more powerful and fulfilling than making profit in business? None of the options. Let's see. Making more profits, is it powerful? It's building a brand. Your brand, just mentioning your name. Imagine mentioning iPhone. You know that even if you use the pack of iPhone to pack the phone that is not iPhone, it will have value. Next question. What should be priority for a business offering services to its customer? Is it decrease customers' patronage? No. Increase number of products possible returned by customer? Increasing profits? Enhance customer satisfaction levels. That is where we should start from. We should enhance customer satisfaction levels. From there, you will start to build more patronage, and from more patronage, you get referrals, and then you get new clients and all that. So, an entrepreneur should be concerned about customer satisfaction. So, that is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. We still have like 25 minutes. Customer service is a very important factor in sales due to one of the following. Okay, none of the options. Let's see. Due to promotion, customer service, supply of goods, customer demand. I think is due to is it I think it's due to AO. This one is wrong. Customer demand. Bow. Satisfaction. Okay, maybe customer demand so that they will demand for more. Next question. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries Monthly. Okay, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries monthly oil market report for August showed that Nigeria's production stood at 980. This one, so I did not get the answer. Let me be honest with you. I did not get the answer. I'm not even sure I chose any answer for this question. I think I just skipped. I think I forgot all about this question. I did not choose any answer. Mathematicians, over to you. Please help us solve this arithmetic. I tried. I was getting 20 points, skinny percent. I just gave up. I think I just skip this question. So please, mathematicians in the house, help us solve this question and give us the answer in the comment section. That is question 17 of 20 under the cognitive test. I punch calculator o, but kò work. Mi ò ṣáà get answer yẹn ṣá. Rubbish ni mi ń get. So let's just move on to the next question, Jare. Although people are buying sugar to add to their food, the percentage of sugar eaten in manufactured foods is increasing sharply. Although there is a concern at the growing urge among people to eat over sugared food, there is no proven link between sugar and heart disease. And sugar does not by itself make people fat. This implies that overconsumption of sugar sometimes results in heart disease. We cannot really say, because they say although there's concern at the growing urge among people to eat over sugar, there is no proven link between sugar and heart disease. Hey, so this is false, because we can say they wrote it here. There's another mistake here. So don't choose cannot say it is false because they stated it in the question. Next is guidebook writer. I've visited hotels throughout the country and I've noticed that those built before 1930 have the quality of the original carpentry work, generally superior to those hotels built afterward. Clearly, carpenters working on hotels before 1930 typically worked with more skill, care, and effort than carpenters who have worked on hotels built subsequently. Which of the following is which of the following, if true, most seriously weakens the guidebook writer's argument? So we are looking for something to fault the claim of this writer. Mhm. This cognitive test, they are very, very tough, Omo. They are very tough. So the better the quality of original carpenter in a building, the less likely the building is to fall into disuse and be demolished. So this one is correct now. It's logical. Next one, the material available to carpenters working before 1930 were not significantly different in quality from the material available to. So if this were true now, then they should have the same quality. But the writer did not state. Hotels built since 1930 can generally accommodate more guests than those built before. This one is just talking out of point, like off point. The quality of original carpentry in hotels is generally far superior to the quality of original carpentry in other structures such as houses and stores. Okay, the writer has talked more about hotels. How about other structures? Have you compared other structures? So I just feel that these last points can actually weaken the guidebook's writer's argument. Like you cannot categorically say that because you have only considered hotels. How about we consider other structures such as houses and stores? So I'll just go with this last option. I just think this is logical. It is going to weaken the argument of the. Remember, even me, I know that I'm not 100% correct. If you think my answer, my choice of answer is wrong, please let me know in the comment section. Next says entrepreneurs are motivated by one, full influences, money, all of the above, personal values. I think it's all of the above. Oh, hey, personal values, money, everything. So great work, 90% complete. We are done with cognitive test and we are moving to the last phase, which is the I've forgotten now, but let's just continue. So the next set of questions are kinikon kinikon. Have you applied before? No. If yes, which year? Have you received seed capital from TEF? No. So assuming that this person has not, like this is not me applying. No. Do you have business partners or collaborators with? No. Are you a sanctioned person or a business partner? No. You shouldn't have any affiliates with Tony Elumelu Foundation, otherwise you are not eligible to apply for this grant. So do you, your business partner, or your company have any direct or indirect dealing involving a sanctioned country? Kinikon? This is like checking um your your records, whether you have committed any crime before or not. So I'm just speaking, no, no, no. Have you or your business partners ever investigated, arrested? No. This is checking my, what is it called now? My criminal history. I'm not a criminal. Have you or your business ever investigated? Ṣé EFCC ti gbé yín rí? No. Have you or your business been investigated, arrested, or kinikan? No, ẹ gbà mí. Have you or your business arrested or convicted of any crime? Mba o, mba. Are you in business with any TEF staff or staff of any TEF affiliated company? No, no, no. So you should answer these questions honestly as it applies to you. Are you a current or a previous staff at TEF? No. So you can go back to your bio or your experience info to edit it. Once you submit this application, you can no longer edit your business idea. You can still edit your bio, but that your business idea that we did initially, that we wrote, you can no longer edit it at all. So you can choose to go to your bio to review again, or if you are very sure of what you have done, you can go ahead to submit. Do you get? So this is the end of this video. I need somebody to